Tuscan kale, cavolo nero, black cabbage, it's all the same, just different names. When this dark, leafy kale is in season, buy some crusty bread, get into the kitchen, and make this soup. It's not really my style to have a rotating menu each week, but when something's in season, like corn in August or asparagus in May, I make it over and over and over again. My cousin Betsy had a cooking school in London, and this was definitely her philosophy. She taught me, when you see Tuscan kale at the end of fall in the market, make Tuscan bean soup. And all good soups in Italy start with a sofrito. It's the building blocks of all Italian soups, and it always consists of onions, celery, and carrot. Now, I haven't peeled this carrot because it is fresh from the garden, but it does need to be chopped. In the midst of your chopping, turn on the stove. Let's get a little olive oil in there, just on low for now. Some areas of Italy use a little butter in the north, olive oil in the south, maybe a combo in between. A sharp knife goes where you want it to go, and a dull knife goes where it wants to go. I heard that one time, and I think it's brilliant. Of course, you can use a food processor, but what would Cousin Betsy say? Don't do it. All right, the onion. Peel off the skin. The chef's knife really is the perfect tool in the kitchen. You can do just about everything, except grate cheese. You don't want to brown them, you just want to make the vegetables nice and soft. And the more I add, the lower the temperature will become. You can get this oniony flavor out of the cutting board by putting some coarse salt down and rubbing it with a lemon. Or just flip your cutting board and, remember which side is which. Just need some celery sticks. Tops off. You can reserve all of these lovely things for a stock. There we go. Reserve a piece for you. Add salt. And just let them go. Now at this stage, I add the garlic. Not right away with the onions and the celery and the carrot, because garlic tends to burn. You want it to go in maybe fourth. Give the pan enough time to just sort of soften and get steamy. So pop off the skin, chop it up. Be cavalier when you chop. In goes the garlic. Then add a can of tomatoes and its juice. These are whole tomatoes that I'm going to crush with my spoon. Just easing them along. Okay, I no longer hear anything. If it's dead silence, nothing's happening in this pot. Chili flakes for a little heat. You could use fresh chili or omit this, but I think that this soup is crying out for just a little tiny kick. All right, now another Betsy secret, I think an Italian secret, is to add a Parmesan rind to the soup. You just treat it like you would a bay leaf. It's a flavor enhancer that you take out at the end before you serve. And it is nutty and salty and such a good way to use your rinds. And I think that the guy at the grocery store is onto me, because he is now charging for Parmesan rinds, which I don't think is fair at all. All right, let that go a little bit and add cannellini beans. White kidney beans will work. They're beautiful. Add a little bit of water just to soften it. I call it a soup, but it's almost a stew. It's very, very thick. Some cracked pepper. Yum. Now for the star ingredient, Tuscan kale. This one has just a few little nibble marks through the leaves, which just tell me that it's delicious and fresh and definitely organic. So get it where you want it. Line them all up. Of course, you could use any kind of kale. but it's special to celebrate this particular one when it's in season. And right in. We're going to put it on the back burner, metaphorically and literally, because I'm going to toast some delicious crusty sourdough bread, and it is the base of this soup. All right, so just have this garlic. We're going to put it in the oil to just add the essence of the garlic to the oil. I'm going to tuck a piece of this delicious crusty sourdough right in. Take a bowl that is deserving of a Tuscan bean soup, and into the bowl is a little more sea salt. Before serving, oh yes. Now top with a little Parmesan cheese, freshly grated. I'm going to finish the soup with a really good olive oil. You want to use your best olive oil at this stage. It's called finishing the soup. And you kind of treat it like a condiment at this stage. And there you are, Tuscan bean soup, filled with lovely little flavor tricks that really make it a really sensational soup. And special and seasonal. And, you know, something that Betsy would totally approve of. Just gonna go right into the heart of that bread. Oh, yum. It's like a dumpling crouton. So good. It's so nourishing, so delicious, and that toast really takes it to a whole other level. Cozy, wintry ingredients that capture what's in season. When you follow this rhythm, magical things will happen. Warmly, Tuscan bean soup.